It's the play bus. But where does it go? Where does it stop? Watch for the sign of the lollipop. Stop! It's the playground stop.
Hello, we're playing a seaside game, listening to the sounds of the seaside. OK, now what did everyone hear? Luke, what did you hear?
I heard a pony.
A pony going up and down the beach. Well done. How about you, Victoria? Did you hear anything?
People.
Josh, you were listening very hard.
I heard cars.
How about you, Michelle? What did you hear?
Nothing.
You couldn't hear anything because of the wind. Now you can play this game wherever you are. Just shut your eyes and listen for about 30 seconds. Listen very hard. Are you ready? Steady. Listen. Okay, time up. Now, what did you hear that time? How about you, Luke?
I heard an aeroplane.
How about you, Victoria?
The people.
How about you, Josh?
The wind.
And Michelle?
Seagulls.
What did you hear?
I can hear a funny noise. Yes!
Oh, yes. I wonder what it is. Sounds like somebody's tummy rumbling or somebody sawing wood. Hold on a minute. It's coming from underneath this towel.
No, it's Waybird snoring at the seaside. Wake up, Way! I wasn't asleep. Oh, no. I was thinking. And I think you were snoring.
Waybird snoring at the seaside. Waybird snoring at the seaside. That's a tongue twister. Try saying it faster. Waybird snoring at the seaside. Waybird snoring at the seaside. Waybird snoring at the seaside.
Waybird snoring at the seaside. Waybird snoring at the seaside.
Waybird snoring at the seaside. Bit of a beak bender, that.
Peggy Patch putting pebbles in her purse. Peggy Patch putting pebbles in her purse. Peggy Patch putting pebbles in her purse.
Oh, I've got one too, Peggy.
Oh.
Salty sardines seem super. Salty sardines no. Salty sardines seem super. Oh, that's great, Poppy. Hey, we've all got one each. We could say them all together, couldn't we?
Oh,
I'm going to say, Waybird snoring at the seaside.
Oh, and I'm going to say Peggy Patch putting pebbles in her purse.
And I'll try and say, salty sardines seem super.
Why don't you do whichever one you want? All right, after 3. 1, 2, 3.
Peggy Patch is putting pebbles in her
Yes,
purse.
Naughty Peg,
putting
Waybird
pebbles in her
snoring at the
Salty sardines seem super.
Sardines.
Peggy
Waybird
Patch
snoring
putting
at
pebbles
the
in her
seaside.
purse.
Seems super. Waybird
Peggy
snoring at the
Patch
seaside.
putting pebbles in
Waybird
Peggy
snoring at
Patch
the
putting
seaside.
pebbles in her
Waybird
purse.
snoring at the
Peggy
seaside.
Patch
Let's
putting
get
pebbles
faster.
in
Waybird Patch.
Oh, what a racket. I tell you what, let's go for a quiet walk along the beach without moving, because what we're going to do, we're going to let our fingers do the walking. So we get our 2 biggest fingers, that's the idea. You join in too. You ready to go? You ready for the walk? Here we go. One day a hand went walking, oh walking, oh walking. One day a hand went walking to see what it could see. Another hand went walking, oh walking, oh walking. Another hand went walking to see what it could see. And those 2 hands got talking and walking and talking. And those 2 hands got talking and walked down to the sea. Here we go! And then they started dancing and prancing and dancing. And then they started dancing and they danced beside the sea. Now really let go, let your fingers dance about, flipping around. Go for it, Sam, that's it. How about you, Joanna, how are you doing? Oh yes, very good. Perhaps they should all dance together. Shall we dance over here? Oh, whee! We're dancing away in the sand. Have a go at home, come on.
No, maybe I haven't put enough money in it.
Poppy? What are you doing?
I'm trying to see if I can see Australia.
Australia?
Yes.
Can you see Australia from here?
No.
Oh no, I'm not surprised really, because the Earth is round, isn't it? And Australia's on the other side of the Earth. So Australia would be underneath us, really.
Yes. Well, maybe if I get a curved telescope, I can see it then.
I don't really think so, Poppy.
Oh.
Hey, I was just wondering, do you think Australian beaches are very different to ours?
Warmer. Why is she putting toothpaste on her nose?
Oh, Poppy, that's not toothpaste. Well, I should imagine it's sun cream, because it gets very hot in Australia, you know.
Is it hotter there than it is here then?
Well, I should think so.
Oh, look at that lovely beach.
Oh, and that lovely blue water.
Oh, look, she's putting an umbrella up. We have umbrellas on our beaches, don't we? Why?
But it's not exactly an umbrella, Poppy, isn't it? No, I think it's called a parasol.
Oh.
Splish, splash, splish, splash.
I wonder if there's any fishes in that sea. Look, a sandcastle.
Oh, we have sandcastles, don't we?
Yes, we do. I'm good at those. Fishes! Look, why? Fishes!
Calm down, Poppy.
Quick,
Calm
catch one.
down.
Has she got one? Oh. What's that?
It's a surfboard.
Oh. Oh, look, there's a real crab.
Yes. Going into the bucket.
Backwards.
Time to go home.
Think they're going to put the crab back.
Oh, yes, back in the nice, cool water.
Pictures in the sand. You just use your finger or a spade or a stick. Who's this a picture of?
Hannah.
Hannah. Well, Victoria, I think you've done a lovely job of Hannah. I love her eyelashes there. They're very pretty. Come and have a look at some of the other pictures. Luke, what have you been drawing? You've been doing some beach pictures. Oh, and what are these down here?
That's the spade,
Yeah,
the bucket, and that's the ball.
a nice spotty ball. Michelle, what have you drawn?
Sun.
Oh, that's just what we could do with today. Well done. Now, Josh, where are you? Ah, now what have you drawn over here?
A horse and a bouncy castle.
A bouncy castle. You're dreaming again, Josh. And what's this up here? What's this?
That's a rugby ball.
A rugby ball, because you like rugby. Well, well done. Carry on drawing. Now, come over here. I've drawn a seagull and a big fat fish. And the seagull has spotted the fish and is saying, "Ah, dinner time." A big fat fish went swimming in the sea. A seagull said, "There's my tea." So down he flew to take a bite. The fish flicked his tail and swam out of sight. You try it with me. This is the big fat fish, this hand. And this hand is the seagull. And you've got to flap his wing very, very fast because he's only got one, poor thing. Ready? A big fat fish went swimming in the sea. A seagull said, "There's my tea." So down he flew to take a bite. The fish flicked his tail and swam out of sight.
I don't like stories with unhappy endings. Well, it wasn't unhappy for the fish. No, but that poor gull missed out on a lovely fishy supper. I love fishy suppers. Fishy suppers. Oh, I love fishy suppers.
What is it? Have you guessed? Oh, it's a crab. Did you know that crabs walk sideways? It's called sidling. Now, what do you think this is? Ooh, looks like it's got lots of legs. Have you guessed? Oh, it's an octopus. Cheerio, octopus. Now, what's this? Oh, it's very colourful. Have you guessed? It's a fish.
Lovely fishy suppers. Oh,
Come on,
fishy
Poppy, wake up, and I'll tell you a story with a happy ending.
Oh, a happy seaside ending.
That's right, and everyone's got to help me tell it.
Oh, right. Well, me as well. Can I be in a quiz?
This is the story about a man called Sam, the songwriter. That was his job, writing songs for people. Well, once a singer asked Sam to write a song about the seaside, a happy sort of song that children might enjoy singing too. Well, Sam decided to spend the day at the seaside so he could get some ideas. He took with him a pen and some manuscript paper, that special paper for writing music on. As soon as he arrived at the seaside, he settled down on the beach and listened to the sounds of the seaside. He heard children laughing and playing as they built sandcastles. He heard seagulls crying, "Ow, ow, ow, ow," as they swooped down onto the waves. And he heard the jingling sound of donkeys' harnesses as they trotted up and down the beach, giving children rides. Just the place, thought Sam. I'll soon be able to get ideas for my song here. But every time he got an idea, something terrible happened. First, the wind would blow his papers away, or otherwise a beach ball would land on his lap. Oh! And once a boy ran along, tripped over Sam, and a whole ice cream cornet landed on his lap. Oh, for a minute there I thought that was going to happen to me. Well, anyway, Sam was really fed up. So he thought he'd try somewhere else. Oh, never mind. He thought he'd go and try a paddling pool. Yes, a paddling pool. That's a happy sort of place. Well, it was happy, but not for poor Sam. If anything, it was worse. People were running around, shouting and splashing, and every time he wrote something down on his paper got soaked. Oh, just like that. And the ink ran and he couldn't read what he'd written. Sam was really fed up. He was walking along the prom when he heard some music, an unusual sort of music. He looked around and he saw a fairground, and there in the middle of the fairground was a merry-go-round. Right, thought Sam, I'll forget songwriting for a while and I'll cheer myself up with a ride on the merry-go-round. He paid his fare and he climbed aboard a brightly coloured ostrich. The man in charge shouted, "Hold on tight, everybody!" And slowly the merry-go-round started to turn. Round and round it went, up and down went the brightly coloured animals. And all the while, the merry-go-round music played an oompa-oompa tune. Slowly but surely, an idea for a song came into Sam's head, and this is what he wrote. Round and round, up and down goes the merry-go-round. Up to the sky and down to the ground, round and round on the merry-go-round. There are horses and camels and kangaroos going round and around and around. Red and yellow and orange and blue going round on the merry-go-round and around, round and round, up and down going round on the merry-go-round. Ready? Up to the sky and down to the ground going round on the merry-go-round. The man turns the handle, the music begins going round and around and around. Around they all race, but nobody wins going round on the merry-go-round. Everybody! Round and round, up and down going round on the merry-go-round. Up to the sky and down to the ground going round and around and around. Round and round, up and down, round on the merry-go-round.
Oh, listen, another seaside sound, and one that Sam heard too.
Come on, we can't come to the seaside without going for a ride on a donkey.
A donkey? Huh?
Down in Weston-super-Mare,
Donkey riding,
breathing in the seaside air.
riding on a donkey.
Hey-ho, away we go, donkey riding, what a way to end the day, riding on a donkey. Oh, there's the bus bell. That means it's time to go, if I can ever get off this donkey. Whoa, let's stop. Now, if you ever go to the seaside, listen out for the sounds of the sea. Bye!
Or you could try drawing some pictures in the sand. Bye-bye. Or you could have a snooze in your deck chair. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, Chris and the Playdays team. You can see Playdays again at the same time tomorrow. And stay with us, we've got a huge pile of birthday cards. Thank you very much, Chris.